Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my review of Boss Level. Now, I'm going to keep this as spoiler-free as possible. I don't really want anyone to be spoiled by this film because I had a great time with it. It's fantastic. Interestingly enough, it has a 6.9 out of 10 on IMDb, 76% on Rotten Tomatoes, and 55 on Metacritic. I would say that that is actually below what it should be. I really enjoyed this film. It knows exactly what it is, but what it is fantastic, and it does a great job with it. Now, it's directed by Joe Carnahan, who will be directing the new Raid film. So, if this is anything to go by, yes, you know, him taking on the Raid, it's not going to be as good as the original Raid, of course not. But I do think, if Boss Level is anything to go by, he's a good man for it, because Boss Level was fantastic. Now, this was made on a budget of $45 million. Tiny budget. For what they do, it is tiny. And I really do mean that. They have done so much with that budget. And, yeah, the budget stretches a long way. I was expecting it to be an awful lot more than that. At the very least on par with, say, you know, a $60 million production, say, like a la Deadpool. Now, this film features Frank Grillo, who plays the starring lead role of Roy Pulver, who is a retired military operative who basically is in a never-ending time loop where he dies. It's Groundhog Day but with death, and a lot of people will draw comparisons to Happy Death Day to You. Nothing like that. This is so much better. It also has Mel Gibson playing Colonel Clive Ventnor. We've got Naomi Watts playing Gemma Wells, and we also have some other people thrown in the mix. Ken Jeong, and we also have Michelle Yeoh. So some cool cameos thrown in there. Now, Frank Grillo, interesting guy. He I don't think he's ever really been given his big break, and you know, he's not an incredible actor, but he's no worse than a lot of 80s, 90s Hollywood action stars. I would say he's a little bit better in the acting chops ability. And I tell you what, in this film, good God, does he show off his abilities in the action department. He's fantastic in this. This is, I guess you could say this is a bit of a throwback to an 80s action movie, but better, I guess, brought up to modern standards. And he's built like a shithouse in this film. He's been hitting the gym. Boy is ripped. In all senses of the word. He's shredded and he's massive. Yeah, really impressive, actually. So he was a standout in this. I thought he was really good. And I tell you what, he's put his money where his mouth is because he was one of the producers on this film. So he would have helped fund it. And normally when you see the lead in the sort of title role, the headline role, as the producer as well, that's normally when people go, oh, it's a bit of an ego, an ego move. It's a vehicle to promote themselves. And normally they suffer as a result of it as well. This film does not suffer at all. He's stellar in this. He really is. And it's not just an action film either. There's a lot of heart to it. When you start to peel back the layers and you get through the movie a little bit more, you know, outside of the death jokes and things like that. And there's a lot of comedy in this. Laugh out loud comedy moments. Genuine lol moments. There's a lot of heart. And there's a deeper message at play. But it doesn't smash you over the head with it. It's very subtle. It's just a nice, I guess, a family message, I guess you could say. And I really enjoyed that. I thought that was a standout part of it. Again, when I say a throwback to like an 80s movie, I think that's the best comparison because we never had huge, massive agendas and all that kind of crap in those movies. So much, anyway. Normally it'd be a message with heart and family and, you know, doing the greater good and things like that. And this was that. It was great. Now, Mel Gibson, he's made a bit of a comeback in the last year with The Fat Man, which was a great film where he played Santa Claus. And then this was the second film that I've seen him in now recently. And again, you know, whatever you think of him, whatever he's done, you see him in roles and you go, God damn, like the man can act. Like he really can. And obviously we all know he can. But it's just good to see him again. He is a good actor. And I'm glad he's back, and I don't care that he's in independent films, because I tell you what, he's having so much more fun in these than he was in any of the other films that you've seen him in for quite some time. He's having a blast in these films. He really, you could see he was loving playing the fat man. And you could see he really enjoyed this as well. Now, Naomi Watts playing Gemma Wells, the estranged wife of Frank Grillo's character. She did well. She's, you know, from what, again, no spoilers, but what limited-ish screen time she has, she's very good in this. I enjoyed it, and believable as well. You know, there's obviously a bit of a grandiose sort of sci-fi thriller element here, because, of course, you know, he's reliving his day constantly. So it's about as believable as you can get when that's the premise. But yeah, still believable nonetheless. The effects were really good, like the action. So there's a lot of action in this. There's car chases, there's explosions and bombs and lots of blood and gore and, well, not so much gore, but there's some blood and stuff like that. And I think that the action holds up. When I look at that $45 million budget, I just do not think that it's $45 million. I think it's an awful lot more. And a testament to that is part of the effects. They did really, really well. The hand-to-hand combat was great. The gun play was great. Yeah, I mean, what else can I say about it? It was superb. The premise is really basic. It's going back to basic storytelling. It's strip it right back. What if a man wakes up every single day on the day of his death? Cool. Awesome. Now let's build a story around that. And it works. It's solid. It is really, really solid. This is a strong recommendation for me. A real strong recommendation. I think you guys will love this film. If you're a fan of any 80s action movie, you're going to love this. And I mean love, love, love it. You're not going to hate it by any stretch of the imagination. I've had a few of my subscribers send me this as well and go, oh, this was great, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, a strong recommendation from me to you. Even the music was good. And also the sound mixing. Now, that's, you know, a pretty important thing as a filmmaker to think about sound mixing. Is it good? Is it not? But when they have effects coming over from dialogue and such, it's all, the leveling is pretty perfect. And actually, even puts, you know, even puts a Christopher Nolan film to shame. Tenet, the sound mixing was garbage. You could barely hear a word someone was saying when there was music and sound effects playing. So, yeah, I've got to give it a shout out when I see 100, 200, 300 million dollar films just failing epically at sound mixing. So the sound mixing was great. The score was great. It was very, very good. Now, interestingly, the production companies are Scott-Free Productions, which is interesting that they got involved in this. And Emmett and Furia Oasis and Ingenious Media. Ingenious Media, I believe, is the main one, as far as I could tell. And currently it's available on Hulu. So if you've got Hulu and you're in the States, watch it, and watch it now. And I will say this as well, even if it is on Hulu and it's there for free, I'd recommend purchasing this. Support independent film. This, I would say, classifies as an indie film. 45 million, it's nothing to make a movie like this. And they did a standout job. So if you have seen it, I'd love to hear what you think. Let me know down below. The ending for me, oof, it gave me some feels. Oh, it was bloody, yeah, some bit of heart wrench going on there. I loved it. I thought this was a banger of a movie. So if you've seen it, ladies and gents, love to hear what you think. Let me know down below in the comments section. If you're new here, please do hit subscribe. And also for returning subscribers, check that you're subscribed and check that you've got the bell notifications turned on. I've got a lot of people asking me about my own film, Blackfields. When are we getting an update? I did an update, guys, a few weeks ago, telling you the release date, how to buy it, where to watch it for free. Loads of stuff covered, but not many people got the notifications. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Turn those notifications on or follow me over on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. H Reviews. Why? Well, because I post things over there. I post behind the scenes images, stuff that's going on, my thoughts, quick reviews, loads and loads of stuff goes on both those platforms. So please do follow me over there. And that's about it, ladies and gents. If you want to support the channel further, I've got Patreon link down below. We've got channel memberships active. Got a good few channel members now, so thank you so much. And we also have the Clown World merchandise, which you can find via my Teespring store, or just actually look underneath the video because you'll see it there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I've been Mr. H. Take care.